If you can keep your head when all about you are losing theirs and blaming it on you. If you can trust yourself when all men doubt you, but make allowance for their doubting too. If you can wait and not be tired by waiting, or being lied about, don't deal in lies, or being hated, don't give way to hating, and yet don't look too good nor talk too wise. If you can dream, then not make dreams your master. If you can think and not make thoughts your aim. If you can meet triumph and disaster and treat those two imposters just the same. If you can bear to hear the truth you've spoken, twisted by knaves to make a trap for fools, or watch the things you gave your life to broken, and stoop and build them up with worn out tools. One heap of all your winnings and risk it on one turn of pitch and toss, and lose and start again at your beginnings, and never breathe a word about your loss. If you can force your heart and nerve and sinew to serve your turn long after they are gone, and so hold on when there is nothing in you except the will which says to them, hold on. Hold on. Nor loving friends can hurt you, if all men count with you, but none too much. If you can fill the unforgiving minute with 60 seconds worth of distance run, yours is the earth and everything that's in it, and, which is more, you'll be a man, my son.
Just to kind of get a real deep color, and then kind of go in here at the bottom.
Hey yo, hey yo. Hey yo, 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 hey yo. Hey, yo. Hey, yo.
Threats are part of wrestling, you know? But you gotta look at the person that's making the threats. This fat son of a bitch, he's challenged all of us, has been world champions before, been in this business 15, 20 years, and this fat son of a bitch is gonna challenge us all out.
Calm down, okay? All right?
He's fat! I'm gonna...
Forget about this.
I don't care if he don't... I'll make it... Let's go!
Who are those guys?
Your brothers?
No. Yes!
I get him to get on my nerves. Who are those guys? I couldn't do that. Could you do that? How can they do that? Who are those guys?
The fucking DIAZ brothers!
Final question. There's one thing you could change about the industry. What would it be?
One thing I'd change about the industry.
Leading question.
It's just stop sticking your nose in what other people are doing and get on with your own work. Do you know what I mean? Just stick your nose out of people's business, you know, and tell them what they should be fucking doing and not doing, and do your own shit. You should be, you know, you've got to be creative. You should be getting on with your own deal, you know.
It's Friday night. It's what time it is. Time for the DIAZ Brothers and all about it. The DIAZ Brothers. It's Theo and Brandon Diaz. Tonight, we got a new intro. And this is a bit. You know the show with the DIAZ Brothers. I'm going to do it over the mics. And it's DIAZ Brothers. What is up?
What's with this camera?
What's wrong with the camera?
It's so high. Adam Lawson.
Well, you weren't here.
Adam Lawson would be rolling in his grave. You weren't even here. All right? All me. All right, that's too low. It's too low.
By your metric, the other one was fine.
Maybe it's too far. You think it's too far?
What do you mean it's too low?
It's too that way. It's too much that way. All right, that's good. Now, it's on a weird angle. Did we start the show yet? How do I sound, everybody?
Am I coming in clear? Hey, Mom, I said, am I coming in clear?
Oh, my God. How do I do a little bit of this? Let me do a little bit of that. Perfect. What's up, everybody? It's Friday once again. Welcome to the show. We got some new stuff going on with this show, Brandon. I don't know if you saw. But we got some new awesome art from, I think he's in the chat now, a Mr. Michael Rushbrook. Let's see if we could do this. Look at that.
A battle zone.
Now we can't see you, though.
Yeah.
Oh, there we go. There's you. There's me.
Dude.
There's you. There's me. Shouts to Michael Rushbrook.
Yeah, it's cool.
There he is, the man behind the beautiful art here of myself and Brandon, looking like bosses. Look at that, so cool. So I guess we can call this season 2 of the DIAZ Brothers show.
Season 2, finally.
Now even better. I wonder if we could do I'm sure we can do like a single shot, but it's small.
Of what? Like that. It's perfect.
Like this,
yeah, it's
but
great.
Smaller, so we can see it. But we'll be able to see it when we pull stuff.
We have an overlay opacity drop of that over this video the whole time.
What if we do this? Make this. And then we update the layout. Look at it.
Yeah, kind of.
Now we just need a TV frame around us, so it looks like you guys are watching us on a TV.
You're gonna give people seizures
inside your TV. No one.
Yeah,
they don't seize up anymore. That's a myth.
Epilepsy is a myth.
What's up, everybody? Thank you for being here. We are Phil and Brandon.
Bancroft says that he likes when he goes small, so he doesn't have to see the mask statue. Wait till we get our Phil Collins statue.
Oh my god! Yeah,
life size.
It's on its way from Amazon, and we have some mask news today. that we might take a look at. There's a lot to talk about. I don't like whatever this is.
Colic.
Yeah, how do you get rid of that? I don't
You
like that.
cow lick.
I need a cow to lick my hair.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna do this.
Yeah.
Do one of those there. We'll do one of those.
Yeah. It's the hair is dictated by
The day.
the
What you
season.
do today? Today I was hearing about the monitors. It was nice out, right? 40 degrees. Still like snowy and icy on the ground.
Yeah.
But I did carry a bunch of like, how much do you think those monitors weigh? Those 25 inches.
25 is probably, I don't know.
70 pounds.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe.
And then you got to walk them over a parking lot, and then you're in a hoodie and you're sweating, and then it's cold outside.
Right. That's like that song, Baby, It's Cold Outside.
Exactly. Yeah. And I feel like I'm the one getting drugged, you know?
Yeah. No, you're not allowed to leave. 'Cause it's
Exactly.
cold outside.
But we're streaming on Rumble, YouTube, Facebook. Share this out, guys. I tweeted it out. Let's get some people in here. Where in the world is Louie?
I saw him.
I haven't seen him all week.
When I was leaving the gym, I had my headphones in, and then I hear.
Yeah.
So I look, and he's across the street, not on the other sidewalk. He's beyond that, next to the Dunkin' Donuts. So he's beyond the parking lot. He's at the Dunkin' Donuts door. I see him, so I wave at him, and he's waving at me. And I tell him to come over here, and he tells me to go over there. And then I'm like, I have to go to the office.
No, you come here a minute.
Yeah.
That's what he said. People want you to fix my hair. It's like a cape. He does have the machete. If we get enough super chats, the machete.
Were you able to hear
the
that?
hair off. Yeah, it sounded great.
It sounded
almost
awesome.
like a soundboard.
With that extra ting.
Yeah, I hope you guys could hear that.
Yeah,
That
that's
sounds
cool.
Yeah, so we got no Louie today because I haven't seen Louie at all. Thank you, Quiet Red Media. At least someone likes my hair. He's not authorized to fix my hair. People love the sound effects. You know, we got sound effects all day.
That was from the Folly stage.
Exactly. But yeah, shout outs to Michael Rushbrook. Everybody follow this guy. He's working on his own comic and some side stuff. I think he did the 2.5 Fiendish book, that whole issue.
Oh yeah.
He's an awesome artist. I met him down in North Carolina for Heroes Con. Pretty cool dude. Make sure you're following him. And if you guys want some assets for your streams, hit him up. Because he's really, really good at that stuff. Louie is a slippery character. You never know where he's lurking.
Mm-hmm.
And I like I said, some days I'll see him, or some weeks I'll see him 5 days in a row.
Right.
Other times he just vanishes. Maybe he's hibernating. Who knows?
Well, I saw him. He was out and about.
I can't confirm that.
No.
Right? I can't confirm that. But let's take a look at what some of our buddies are doing this week. Bancroft is in the chat. He's got a stream after this that we're going to be sending you guys into. He's been auctioning original art off on eBay. Wonder where he got that idea.
Yeah.
This week for his trading card set. Everybody, make sure when we send you over there, he's launching just in a few hours his trading card set on his website. He's got some awesome pieces here. I think, what is there, 9 or 12 or something like that?
Does he have one a la Krusty the Clown where it's Michael Bancroft poses for trading card photo?
No, he should do something like that.
Yeah, that's one of the funniest trading cards that ever will exist.
Look at how shiny these are. These are super cool. They're launching tonight on his website. I think you need to be signed up for something. I actually don't know what's going on. I don't really pay attention to his streams.
Yeah.
But you could go to his website, sign up, and then we'll send you over there. You can get your hands on these awesome trading cards. I think there's like a chase card where it's like if you buy 100 of them,
That's
you
the
might get
Bancroft
one.
posing for trading card photo. I feel like he made this video on purpose, don't you? Agree?
Oh, look, he's talking about him.
From the graphic novel series that Mike Barron calls outstanding and completely original, comes the very first Lucent premium trading card set, showcasing characters from the book, printed on the thickest stock possible and finished in high gloss cello laminate. The set of 9 base cards, comprised of 3 separate triptychs, is a must for fans and collectors. And if that's not enough, 1 in 3 and 1 in 10 sets will also randomly receive an additional rare or ultra rare holographic chase card.
And
Plus,
hollow.
the back of each card features an original canon mini comic, so
What?
you really don't want to miss out. Available only at thelucentcomic.com.
Original canon,
Right.
like the camera.
Right.
They make cameras.
Oh, not like the firearm.
Right. Mini comic. That's crazy. That's the first time I've hearing about this.
Yeah, it's weird. What's the bubble gum flavor?
I think it's Foster's.
It's
flavor.
Vegemite.
Oh, it's Vegemite?
Yeah.
Even worse.
Well, you know, you got to source these things. So.
That's cool though. Yeah, Mike Barron said it's very original, but to be fair, Mike Barron's never seen The Matrix, so
Is it? That's true.
I don't know. I just
That's
made it up.
crazy.
He's probably seen The Matrix. I would hope so. Email codes are going out. That's good. So there's a little coupon code. Mini comic is an awesome idea. That is cool. A mini comic reminds me of like Bazooka Joe. Remember that guy?
Right. Like, yeah, the gum.
Bubble gum. Right.
Right.
That's cool.
Dude, instead of doing that, we could do an original joke. Instead of copying Bazooka Joe, which is clearly what's going on here, we could copy Laffy Taffy.
Exactly.
Yeah.
We do a joke. Yeah. How do you watch time fly? Right.
Right.
You better go catch it. Something like that.
Sure.
We'll work on it. But yeah, the mini comic thing is cool. I'm wondering if he's also selling monocles for all the people who, you know, older people with bad eyesight and they have to
magnifying glasses.
squint.
Well, see, that's where the add-ons come in. And he gets you in with this, and then you have to buy the additional magnifying glass, the lucent magnifying glass. Yeah.
I'd buy it. There you go. You could have that one.
Well, you're the perfect mark, as they would call you.
Yeah, exactly.
He's already got you on the hook.
Yeah, work on these jokes a little, Phil. Yeah, we'll work on them post-production. Also, speaking of jokes, this guy, some people call him Jake. I call him Hyper Wizard. He is doing auctions as well. Last night he put up a DD piece, which is
from Dexter's Lab.
No, this is a character from Carnal the Barbarian.
It's not canonically the same character.
I don't know. Like it might be. In my head canon it is.
Right. A DD and Mandrake get married, right? And then a piece of what's his name? Mandar? His technology.
Mandrake the Magician, I think you're thinking of.
No, the bad guy from
I know. I don't
Dexter's
remember.
Lab. Right. And then she gets transported into some other
now she's
ultra
blue.
sexualized
She's super
dimension.
sexy, and you could buy this piece. Original art. It's up on
Mandrake.
eBay. It's probably over $122 already. But I was trying to bid on it, and I was getting already outbid last night when he launched it. So let's pull this up.
But it's in pounds, so who the hell knows what
British pound. What's that
Yeah,
say? How many
pounds
bids are on there?
sterling.
I need my Lucent monocle to read how many bids are on
it's
there.
somewhere between 0 and 112
bids.
Yeah,
that's crazy. Well, everybody go check this out. If anybody has the link, if they could drop it in the chat.
refresh, he says, even though you were just showing a picture.
Mic keeps falling.
Yeah, there's a lot of you have to tighten this. Why is this so loose?
It's loose, man.
You're supporting the Lucent by loosening everything in here.
All right, I'm opening this link. I'm going to the
That will be one of the fantastic jokes on the back of these Aid Comics trading cards.
Lucent. Here it is. Please don't eat me.
Oh, like Alice in Wonderland.
Right.
Is there any original ideas?
$128. 20 bids. Look at that. This is awesome. This is the way of the future. eBay auctions. Now, this is something that I'm pretty sure Jake invented, is the eBay auction.
Right.
So you guys, if you want to bid on this piece, go check it out. The link is right there. Jake's dropping it.
Is that how you spell original?
I don't know. I said original.
Right.
That's the British way of spelling original.
It needs an extra U in there.
No,
Original.
That's how they spell it. There you go. So check that out. That deserves a woo and an O.
It's an Italian. It's for the algorithm. The only way eBay recognizes art is if you spell original like that.
Exactly. Oh, and I forgot to. We do have some member chats. We got Chimera dropping the N right there, 15 months. There you go. We also have, I highlighted some other ones. Moromi was here. I think he might have been the first. What's up, Moromi? Good to see you.
What's up?
Get a little what's up. He's and Ali in the chat says no. So I posed a question: is AI art good? And then a lot of people at the top of the show were just coming in here and saying no.
Yeah.
All right. But we'll get into that. That's a question to be answered at a later time. Also, no. We got Mark Pingram. What's up?
What's up?
He says no. Moromi, I don't know if this is a hot take or not. But he says the positive side to AI is that it forces corporations to come up with original ideas because AI is freely accessible to everyone, whether they know it or not.
Why would they come up with original ideas? They've just been using AI. Okay.
Citizen Ronan.
Here's an example of the AI stupidity. The town here wants to redesign its logo for whatever reason.
This isn't a hypothetical.
No, this is real.
This is reality.
The town wants to redesign its town crest or whatever you want to call it, right?
Yeah, it's like a family crest for the town.
It's just a circle. It says Village of Brookfield. And it has in the center of the circle, there's like a jet and Sputnik for whatever reason, because they have a giant Air Force base here in Brookfield and a river or something. Yeah, we don't have an Air Force base here. So they want to redesign it. And their first idea was, well, we'll just have AI do it.
Did they say that?
Yeah. And it's like all AI is going to do is going to look up Brookfield, Illinois on the internet. And then it's going to be like, oh, there's a zoo there. And it's going to put a bunch of stupid animals in there.
If you guys didn't know, we got a big zoo.
Yeah, it's one of the largest zoos in the country.
Is that true?
Yeah. It's not the largest zoo. I think that's San Diego, I think. But yeah, there's a zoo. Big
Coming
zoo.
for you. Yeah, that's
coming
true.
for you, zoo.
So what did they end up doing?
We told them that was a stupid idea. And then somebody else is going to do it.
That's true. Those crest artists going out of business now.
Yeah. Yeah.
But we'll get into the AI art. Everybody check out that eBay auction. It will go until next week on, I think, Creative Block. And then he might be putting up the Chungus Brothers on eBay as well. And he's going to have, well, I mean, we'll talk about that next week. And I think he said he wants to end it a week after, so it ends on the DIAZ Brothers show.
Oh, yeah.
It'll be cool.
Yeah, I can't wait to write Purple Monkey Dishwasher in the chat.
Yeah.
I'm itching.
He's itching for it. And then next week on here, we may have a special guest and a reveal of the Psycho Slumber cover. So that's going to be super sweet, really exciting. Definitely come back for that. That's going to be one to remember.
Slipo Slumber.
There was a lot of movie news this week, Brandon. A lot of news that we would save for the hard line.
Right. And that's exactly what we're going to do.
Okay. For one thing, but I wanted to talk about some one little small movie news thing.
Yeah, I actually did save some stuff
because sometimes
I couldn't
we have
send it
too
to
much
you.
to talk about in the hard line.
No, that's why
it goes for 3 hours.
Right. I was thinking of every week we add an extra hour to the show.
Yeah.
So by the end of the year, the hard line will be 52 hours long on the last hard line of the year. What do you think?
To invest in some diapers, I think.
Oh, you can get up and go to the bathroom.
Nope.
That's fine. Sometimes I do that.
Okay.
I have food news I saved.
Yeah,
I have
what
video
food
game news.
for Monday.
Killer Bean news.
Hold on. Let's get to this shell. We got Angela Curry in the chat.
What's up?
I think she's out there somewhere. Also, Sumo's here. What's up, Sumo? Oh, well, I don't even think I popped this one open. Since it's the new year, and we appreciate you guys in the chat, and we appreciate all of you amazing supporters that read our stuff,
Right.
send super chats, all that great stuff. And I put out an update on the Psycho Slumber thing campaign and the Lost Pages 3 campaign. You guys may have seen it, but we said check your mailboxes this upcoming week because New Year's is upon us, and we sent out a little gift for everybody. And supposedly, like, I sent these out when Wednesday, maybe Tuesday or Wednesday, and someone has already gotten them in the mail.
I would use the word received, but yeah.
And posted them up. So shout outs to Old Oil Painter on Twitter. I don't know who this is.
Old Oil Painter.
He's the Old Oil Painter.
It's right
Shout
there.
outs to Old Oil Painter. He has a Lost Pages 3, which he purchased, which is
Are we sure about that?
maybe I didn't send it to him.
Right.
Well, I mean, I guess we sent it to him a while ago.
Maybe.
But the
Coulda got it on the
look at this. This is the New Year, the Diaz Brothers, Zaid Comics New Year's postcard that went out to a lot of people.
Yeah.
I think like over 500 of them went out.
Right.
And I personally wrote on every one of them.
Did you?
Yeah, I did. It took too long. It took way too long.
Yeah, look, you spoiled it.
Yeah, I spoiled it
Nice
for
job.
everybody.
What'd you write on there? See you soon, or I'm coming for you. Watch your back.
Yeah.
You're next.
Fat thing.
He's fat.
Yeah, so you guys, some of you, maybe not all of you, but some of you will be getting this in the mail. And
Look, he's mad. He didn't
Sumo,
get
you'll
one.
be getting one.
Maybe.
Don't worry. Maybe. Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe you will, maybe you won't. But I wanted to spoil this for everybody since it's already on
Stay
the internet.
cute. Have a great summer.
I retweeted it as well. Yeah. Stay cute. But shout outs to all you guys that have been supporting us for so long. Brandon's like, hey, we should do a Christmas card like the day before Christmas. And we're like, well, it's a little
it
too
was
soon
the end
for
of
that.
November.
It was not the end of November.
I think I called you while I was out of the country, and I was
Yeah.
like, Bill, we got to do a Christmas card.
I got this idea. They got a bunch of Christmas cards in Colombia. I was in the Hallmark store, and I had this great idea. We got to do this.
Yeah. They
and
all had Hitler on them for some reason.
That's right. So I'm like, why don't we make it a New Year's card? And we could send them out sometime a little bit after New Year's.
Henry Bemis says a tweaker stole his. He needs another one.
Sorry, Henry.
All right.
Yeah.
Critical
We don't have any
Reads.
more.
5 Zaid Comics memberships
What?
gifted right there. Going out to
Jesus.
Dr. Masks, John Forth, Frank the Tank, Alaskan Nut,
Nice.
and Overlord.
Thank you, Critical
Or
Reads.
Overlord.
Thank you so much for sending in some memberships, brother.
Yeah.
I'm going to have a little update on the memberships, and I have some art to show off from the Hollow Comics right here, the masquerade strips that we do for the members. I'll pull that up in a second. But thank you so much for sending those. Really appreciate it. You are insane, my brother. Insane.
Someone's insane. Look out. Someone's insane.
I got my eye on you, nutcase.
Yes, but
Yes.
shout outs to Blue Moon Cartoons, aka Doug Smith, the guy who does these awesome illustrations for us. He did all the Ricky Rouse strips, and there's a little Easter egg.
Yeah.
There might be some hidden gems in there if you look really close.
How close?
Very close.
The top left?
Yeah, and we should do a little trivia. Of
No, what you got to do
who
is
all
show
these
the top
characters.
left and then ask what's happening in that panel because there's some contention
Oh,
about what's going on there.
should we? Here, yeah, let's pull this up. See if we can zoom in on here. Wait, where did it go?
Is it good enough to zoom in on? Or do you have the original?
I mean, I have the original.
Angela Curry. Oh, she sent a $5 super chat.
What'd she say?
Says no Christmas cards from Ghana. Happy Friday. Cheersies.
Yeah, none from Ghana.
Yeah, not Ghanese yet. None Ghanese. Dude, and Reese, 5 more Zaid Comics memberships. And picked up by Emily Kruger, Sino with the weird font, Outer Pangea, Highway Robbery, and Vicious Ink Comics.
There we go. Thank you, Reese, my man. It's been a while.
Reese.
Good to see you there. You are also insane.
Someone's insane. Look out. Someone's insane.
I got my eye on you, nutcase.
And Angela, we do owe you a bonk.
Yes.
Sorry, we're catching up on this.
Yeah, there's a lot
blow up
happening
the
today.
picture,
Up, there.
And a Mr. John Snowden for $1.99, the obligatory super chat. Thank you, brother. I think we have that new bonk, which is here we go.
Woo, I'm about to make a name for myself here.
That's right. There you go. All right, there is a point of contention here. I wish that Doug was in our chats more often.
He's busy. He's a busy man.
He's a busy man. Look at this. So if we zoom in here, as you can see.
There you go. Yeah, look at that.
If you zoom in here, you got... Oh, where is this? Am I missing it?
Yeah, go to the right. There you go.
There we go. We got Magic Cop and Grey Wolf in a window.
Right.
What do you guys think is happening in here? They look like they have mugs of hot liquid.
Right.
And Magic Cop is waving his magic wand.
Right. If you're not familiar with Magic Cop, for the people at home, they live in a city called Ambrosia that's not unlike Southern Florida. All right. So that's the backstory on these two characters.
Right. So you're saying they're not used to the cold.
Right.
Which they're in a place that is cold right now.
Right. That's the general idea. They're shaking because they're out of cocaine.
My idea, and I haven't talked to Doug about this or asked him, is their coffees were too hot. This is my headcanon.
Yeah.
The coffees were too hot. So Magic Cop cast a spell to cool the coffees off, but it turned the whole room into an ice cube.
Right. Now, I argue against this, and here's my evidence.
Right.
If you go down a little bit, there's an equally blue window.
All right.
Okay.
Ah.
Right?
Okay.
So there's an equally blue window, and we're not to believe that the silhouette is in an ice cube. So if we scroll back up,
it's because this is his reflection.
is he's not outside. All right. And then if we go up, we see the shivering lines around Iggy. That's Magic Cop's name. If he was frozen, you wouldn't have shivering lines.
Yeah.
And then also Grey Wolf has shivering lines. There's also no magical dust or essence around the wand, right?
He is holding it though.
Right, he is holding the wand.
I like his wizard sleeves.
Yeah, it's funny.
It's awesome.
They're cocaine dealers.
But I know that Doug did read Magic Cop 1. He was a backer.
Yeah.
And at the end, Magic Cop put someone into an ice
Right,
cube.
he does put somebody into an ice cube. So it is not out of the realm of possibility.
It's the cocaine dealer.
Oh, downstairs.
They're in a cold tub of water. They're doing that ice plunge. Ice plunge. There you go. Well, that is on its way, everybody.
There was have you been getting these ads for that ice plunge bathtub thing again?
No.
But it's like it's just the device to super chill the water.
No.
So it's like the refrigeration unit, and it's the size of like a medium-sized box, and then it has the 2 hoses, and then you put it in whatever, and I guess it must cycle the water through to super chill it. The thing is $600 or $800 or something like that.
Yeah.
And then you have to buy your own. What was that? The horse trough from Granger?
Right. Yeah,
or
you need the
Tractor Supply.
a big trough to squat in, so you could go on your ice plane.
Right. You could also see steam coming off the cups.
Yeah. What's up, Shadowhawk? It's good to see you, man. It's been a minute.
What's up? Well, this is why Phil's a writer and not an artist.
Yeah, I guess so. Let's see what else we got going on. Oh, this was the movie news thing. So I don't know how this got past me, but they're doing a Plastic Man film.
Why?
Set in the DCU, the new James, whatever his name is, James Gunniverse, but it's being directed, rumored to be directed by Darren Aronofsky.
Uh-huh.
You know what he directed?
No.
Darren, didn't he do The Wrestler?
Aronofsky, filmmaker, American filmmaker.
Did he do The Wrestler?
The
Well, I don't know why
Whale,
that
Black
popped in my
Swan,
head.
Mother with an exclamation point. Related products, Requiem for a Dream.
Oh my god. He did The Wrestler. I was right.
Wrestler.
Mickey Rourke Supreme.
Noah. Is that about the guy with the boat?
Maybe. Yeah. That's
None of the I've never seen any of these movies.
You've seen The Wrestler?
White Boy Rick.
White Boy Rick.
White Boy Rick is a 2000.
White Boy Rick used to work at the arcade. Remember him?
Yeah. Let's see what else we got
Aftermath.
here. Yeah, I've not seen any of these movies.
Fortune Cookie.
Pacifier. Oh no, that's Pacified.
So he did, what was that one? Requiem for a Dream. Is that the one I'm
Did
thinking
he?
of? Wherever is that what you said?
Well, it was a book that was a related product.
Aronofsky blows. He did The Wrestler. There you go. Memories working.
Black
there.
Swan.
The Wrestler was good. I haven't seen the rest of them, unless he did Requiem for a Dream, but I feel like that was old, like much older.
Maybe. I don't know. It
All
was
those
just in
films.
related searches.
Yeah, I've seen it. I've seen it last year. But this is weird for Plastic Man because this guy's like super heavy drama.
Right. Plastic Man injecting himself with heroin.
Right. So we got our friend of the show. Not really. I just follow her. Valerie.
I've never even heard of this person.
Durazio. She used to be like an editor at DC. She's kind of based. I don't know. But she's got some
based on what?
Good tweets. She's like based on a human woman. She says, really? A Plastic Man movie directed by Darren Aronofsky. His name's fun to say. Like he's just going to be shown agonizing, slowly drooping and dripping through the entire movie, staring at himself in a weirdly lit bathroom screaming. I thought that was a good tweet. But yeah, I don't know why they would pick this guy for someone like that. I mean, right now, the last Plastic Man thing I read was actually pretty recently.
Yeah.
I think there's a mini series, and it's out right now. It's technically a Black Label book, which Black Label was their like.
Yeah, that's trendy right now.
It was their more adult themed DC books that were oversized printed. Except these are not. They just like threw that out the window, and they're just like basic floppy issues now. It's a Plastic Man story, and the premise is like every time he uses his powers, or he gets shot by like a death ray by Dr. Light, and he's now just melting and disintegrating. And the Justice League, it's set in like a more golden age Justice League time, and they're all like, "Oh, ha, 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 you'll be fine, Plastic Man. It's so funny that but you'll bounce back from this." And he's like, "No, guys, my arm's melting off." They're like, "Oh, you're so funny," and like no one's paying attention to him, and he's gonna die eventually.
Yeah.
So it's very much a subversion of the Plastic Man character. But maybe that's what they're going for.
Everything's subversion now.
Everybody's saying ass to ass.
Ass to
I guess
ass.
that was him. Yeah,
Black Swan.
Requiem for a Dream was not enjoyable.
Yeah. 100 Minutes of Misery. Yeah, it seems to be what everybody thinks.
Just put those goofy shades on them.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's the weird news. What's up, Paul? Good to have you in the chat.
I don't know.
I could see it just not even being made. And it's just
everything's not going to be made.
We'll see about that. But this,
because they're going to do that Clayface movie, right?
Right.
How is that going to be any different?
Yeah, like movies that focus in, like having a Clayface movie gives me not a good feeling. It's because it reminds me of the Sonyverse, where it's like, we're doing villain movies instead of hero movies with cool villains.
Well, yeah, it's really weird because like you have some really cool villains, but they're not fleshed out, right? But they're cool because they're not fleshed out that much.
Yeah.
You know, like in Beetlejuice 2, when they gave Beetlejuice a backstory and it was stupid.
Yeah.
It was cooler when you didn't know his origin and he just kind of always was.
Yeah.
And then, so like Clayface, you know, he has an origin and stuff like that, but like he's this like tragic villain, but it's cool because he's a bad guy to Batman, right? And Batman has to stop him, even though he's a tragic villain.
Right. It's like, I don't want to see a Mr. Freeze movie. I want to see a Batman movie where the main villain's Mr. Freeze.
Right.
Because you get your protagonist playing off of the tragedy of that bad guy.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
Even though Clayface is awesome, put him in a superhero movie.
Judge Doom is Plastic Man.
What's up, Shelby?
What's up?
We do have some Shell Bean news.
Oh,
now, we've been talking about this a lot. Shell Bean it's become an icon, you know.
Dude, it's getting out there.
It's getting out there to the point. Like, there's the Shell Bean.
The bigger, blacker Shell
Everybody
Bean.
loves the Shell Bean. Even the ladies love the Shell Bean. And check this out. This is so awesome. Angela is speechless because hockey drew Angela and the Shell Bean. Did you see this?
Yeah, I just liked it today.
Amazing. People in the comments here, Tex Zombie really liking this cartoon of Angela Curry. And I think she replied here.
Yeah, she says it's
Tex Zombie, this is hockey's interpretation of me. I'll just say he's getting closer.
Right.
How could he know, though? Yeah, I mean, the Shell Bean bringing people together, maybe love connections. Like the Shell Bean could be the perfect 2025 Cupid for some people.
Dude, Valentine's Day is coming up.
My God, the perfect gift.
Yeah,
Valentine.
Get her that Shell Bean that she's had her eye on all year.
That's true. I mean, should we have red Shell Beans ready?
We do
to go. So Tex, Angela doesn't have a red Shell Bean yet. That would be a perfect, I heart you gift for the holiday that's coming up. But look at that. Shout out, and we got Georgina in the chat.
What's up?
Good to see you. Maybe someone wants to send Georgina a Shell Bean for
Nothing
Valentine's
says I love you like a red Shell Bean.
That's right. Exactly. John Snowden saying this might be AI art.
Yeah. I don't see any fingers anywhere in this drawing.
Shell Bean kind of looks like a finger, though. He looks like one of those tech deck dudes.
Yeah, he does.
Just a thumb. Just taking my breath away. Look at that. Yeah. Looking good. But we appreciate it. Brandon almost sent out a cease and desist to hockey, though. I had to stop him.
I was reminded that the Shell Bean is a public domain character.
Yeah. There you go. Did you have any stories you wanted to tell this week, Brandon?
Yeah, I watched several weeks ago, I watched Inspector Gadget 2.
Several weeks ago? Because
Yeah.
you've only told me about it this week.
No, that's not possible.
Yeah.
It was like 3 weeks ago.
All
While
right.
we were what?
While we were probably driving to go get coffee.
And then what did I say about it? Oh, it
You said
Dr. Claw. Right,
Oh,
right.
Dr.
Yeah, I
Claw
watched
number
it.
2 is better than Dr. Claw number 1.
Yeah, the whole movie's better than the first one because it's more cartoony.
I haven't seen it.
And well, did you see the first one?
Yeah, yeah. I was a Broderick stan.
Yeah, he was a
And I
Broderick
found out he
stan.
murdered somebody.
Well, I think it was involuntary manslaughter, but he didn't get in trouble for it.
All right.
Yeah, but yeah,
French Stewart never killed anybody, to my
as far as
knowledge.
we know, right? Yeah, he's not like
I'm gonna have
Patton
to watch it.
Oswalt.
Because I heard that it's better than the first one.
It's good. It's pretty good. Yeah, like too much BPA affecting Phil's memory.
No.
It's like
That's not true.
the most shocking thing about it to me, if we're here killing time.
All right. We're not.
Well, it was a dramatic pause. I would say is French Stewart is not doing his classic French Stewartism voice where he does like that, like this, and then he does this. He's very much in the Inspector Gadget character.
Does he do a good voice?
He's not doing like the get smart guy voice, but it's like the mannerisms are there, and it's in that direction where Matthew Broderick didn't have that at all.
Dude, I watched Miami Vice last night. We talked about this earlier.
Stargate French Stewart? Was he in
What?
Stargate? No, he was from Third Rock,
Third
from,
Rock
the Sun.
from the Sun.
The other alien movie or alien TV show.
I watched Miami Vice last night.
Yes.
I went and grabbed the DVDs from the house.
Yes.
And there was a season 2 episode.
Right.
Out Where the Buses Don't Run. That's what the episode's called.
Is this?
It is.
That's so weird.
The Crazy Cop episode. And little Richard makes a guest appearance at the beginning for the intro scene.
Yeah.
It was good. And then the Crazy Cop enters. And as soon as I saw it, I'm like, dude, this episode's awesome.
Yeah.
And I couldn't remember the twist at the end.
Good.
But it's
good.
But it's so good.
It's so good.
Everybody's homework is go watch that episode, Out Where the Buses Don't Run. It's an ex-Vice cop comes back to help to close a case he was working on back in the day, and he's crazy. The girlfriend's like, this guy's like trying to up Robin Williams because he was like doing the whole Robin Williams thing, where like doing crazy voices,
Oh, yeah, for sure.
impressions of people of the times. Super good. If you guys want an hour and 15
Right. He
minutes of
comes off
entertainment, go
like
watch
he's
that.
losing his mind. And then you get this expectation at the end, and then you're wrong. Somehow you're wrong. It's so good.
Yeah, they do.
You don't want to spoil it.
A great twist. No, I don't want to.
Nobody's going to watch it. Everybody hates Miami
Well,
Vice.
it's just going to be convoluted explaining it. But it's this guy. Pull this up. This guy's the crazy cop. And you said this is the guy from Animal House.
Yeah, I'm
What's
pretty
his
sure
name?
it is D-Day.
D-Day from Animal House with the spiked
Yeah.
helmet riding the motorcycle. I could see it. The license holders of Miami Vice don't want us talking about this.
No, I think that spike in the internet was Dogecoin going up over 50 cents.
Oh my God, that'd be awesome. We got Courtney in the chat. What's up, Courtney? Good to see you. Dale A, good to see you. That guy's
He was in everything.
Is he?
Time Cop?
Time
I only
Cop.
saw Time Cop once 100 years ago.
Why is Ronan losing his mind? He doesn't care about this?
Inspector Gadget should have been played by Steve Carell and written by somebody else. Was Steve Carell even alive before he became out of his pod back when the first Inspector Gadget came out? What was he doing at the
He
time?
would, yeah. If he slimmed up a little bit, he could do it. Yeah, watch that sheet.
But he
Georgina.
did Get Smart. He was in the Get
So
Smart
good.
movie, right? He was
Oh yeah,
the Get Smart guy.
Yeah, that
It would have been
makes
two
sense.
on the
Yeah, it's two on the
nose.
nose. I never saw that. Then.
Sheriff, my cousin Vinny. Yeah,
Nice. Yeah, it's really good. And my girlfriend was like freaking out.
Watch that
She's
shit.
like, wow.
Yeah, watch this episode. If you watch one Miami Vice episode to get you in, this is the one.
There's use of 1980s computers in it as well. Like it's a
Yeah.
big plot point. Like they're using a computer
Yeah.
that has a female name, and like you could they try to hack into the floppy drive that they take from his computer, and it's asking for passwords, and then the computer is like, you've failed 3 times. Do you want me to tell you the password? And they're like, it could do that? And they're like, yes. And then the password was Crockett and Tubbs.
Did it just tell them
Yeah,
the password?
It gave them the password.
Security.
Yeah.
Man,
It's a fun, crazy.
what an age we used to live in.
Really good. So I'm deep diving here. I got all season 2 that I gotta watch. Really good stuff.
Yeah.
Coming up on working on Magic Cop.
Look, for
It's
the
gonna be
people in the chat wanting vibrating shell beans, had I been able to go to Exotica this year, then yeah, there's this whole other side quest of people talking about vibrating shell beans in the chat.
Is it the women?
Some of the women,
Women in the chat.
some of the men.
Can't take it. It's weird.
They're still talking about French Stewart. Yeah, that's how Doc got me to watch the X-Files, because it was like, oh, the X-Files, you know. He's like, watch these 2 episodes and then tell me how you feel about the show.
Yeah.
And I watch them. It's like, wow, those are amazing episodes. And the rest of the episodes are not on that same caliber,
Yeah.
you know, but it's like, oh, these characters are actually cool, and there's some cool stuff going on here. I'm going to check out the rest of them, and then you can get into it, right? I feel like this is one of those episodes.
Yeah. They reference Elvis.
In Miami
and I
Vice.
think Elvis makes an off-camera appearance as well. Who's Crockett's alligator, Elvis.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
It's a good callback.
Yeah.
Yeah, go watch that. Let's see. We got, I guess we'll talk this AI art thing. Everybody's been talking about it. They're saying that legendary comic writer is crowdfunding a AI art book, comic book.
Legendary comic creator Patton Oswalt.
Oh, this is legendary. Not notorious.
Yeah, notorious.
Not notorious.
You're
We got
right.
Chuck Dixon.
French Baron.
The
Is that
French.
French Stewart's brother?
Speaking of French, the French Baron is on an eternal crusade against death itself and AI art. People say, and I guess it says on the campaign page as well. There's AI art.
It
AI
looks like it's all AI art. Did
this
we
art.
settle on Dick's Chuckin' or Duck's Chicken?
I think it's Duck's Chicken.
You like Duck's Chicken?
It sounds like a restaurant. But and everybody's like, Chuck Dixon. I almost called him Duck's Chicken. Chuck Dixon.
It's catching on.
He's crowdfunding an AR art book. If you go to the page here, and then you click this, you got some Templar stuff going on.
Yeah, the
Cool.
French Baron.
The logo's great.
He's cool.
Actually, like
Templars are cool.
Yeah, so
they're vibing.
here's the thing. Don't hate me for this, but the first image I saw of this was like this Templar guy like chopping people up. I'm like, it was this. I'm
Yeah.
like, dude, this looks awesome.
You're like, we're so back.
I was like, yeah, like this looks so cool. And then people are like, oh yeah, it's AI art. It fooled me the first time, but like those different versions of the character. I think it's like an immortal character kind
Wait
of
a
like,
minute. Is that the hobo?
that's not, I don't know. He better not be the hobo. But I think he's like a guy who lives through time, like the Berserker book that Keanu Reeves does.
Like Vandal Savage.
Right. And everyone's like, this is Chuck's book. But it's not. It's this guy, Vincent Vladimir Shade, which I don't think that's a pen
made
name
up.
for Chuck. I think here's my thing is I think that Chuck was hired because he's a reliable writer.
Right, he's a writer.
And then whoever's publishing this is using AI to do the sequential art.
Why
and
not just
promote
use
it.
an AI writer?
That's true. That's true. At this point, why don't you just do that?
Yeah, Citizen Ronan says, I think this is crap, to be honest. He wouldn't like AI writing his book.
There you go.
I would have AI write it by Duck's Chicken. I'd be like, hey, AI, write this in a Chuck Dixon style.
Yeah.
And then I would have Duck's Chicken as the author.
There you go. Chuck Dixon is a mercenary.
Oh, if you didn't realize this, Phil, Violent Comics says Animal House's Bruce McGill was in Miami Vice.
Oh, is that the guy? Oh, yeah, we'll have to get back. We cracked the code there. Yeah, so whenever I hear people being like, Chuck Dixon is doing an AI art comic book, this is what I think of. And it's this clip, and Brand's going to appreciate this.
Wait, I'm just a professional doing a job. Me too.
And not where he's not getting shot. I'm not saying anybody's shooting, but he's just a professional.
Who?
Chuck Dixon.
Chuck Dixon's just a professional.
Doing his job.
Right. He's getting contracted to be a writer.
Hired to write.
Right.
All right.
Yeah. I like that clip. I feel like I'm just a professional doing a job.
Right. And then you get shot.
Well, I wish I was the Bond character in there.
You were
I'd be like,
Me Too.
yeah, me
right?
too.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
Hashtag me too. So, but this kind of looks cool too. I mean, this is AI as well. But this is the this is the bad guy, I guess.
Yeah.
The Red Baron or something.
White Skull
guy with the cloak.
How many fingers does he have?
He's got 4 that I could see. I'm sure there's a thumb back there.
And so he's using AI.
Yeah.
Does he say what AI engine he's using?
I don't know.
Because
expect me to look into things.
Yeah.
maybe?
Yeah. Because I'm wondering if you're using some sort of open source off the shelf AI set, right? How would you get consistency with your characters and your art?
Use of AI.
Right.
This will explain it.
Plan to use AI generated content. What parts of your project will use AI? Since I'm a solo artist in this project, AI assists me in large scale based composition. Then I take finer details to the next level, which is required. So he pushes the button that says define, like definition.
Details?
Yeah, details.
He drags the bar across the scroll.
Then I take finer details to the next level that is required for consistent storytelling and speed of delivery by doing them manually. So manual prompt entry. Programs I work with to create the dynamic frames you're seeing is Photoshop, Adobe Premiere, Canva. I don't know what that is. After Effects in comic books? It's crazy. Comics Life 3, my preferred image asset is AI Midjourney.
Whoa. What year is this guy living in? 2022?
Which helps me with the scale of the images for speed. So he's saying that he's using AI for layouts.
All right.
Right. And then he's drawing over them. I have hundreds of hours of sculpting and hundreds of hours of sculpting and customizing each panel using the tools of digital artist and filmmaker to build a story written 100% by a humans. Well, we know that this wasn't written by a human.
This paragraph is AI written. Jake has a point. He says the guy's helmet changes between panels. I didn't know. I didn't notice that.
I don't know. Yeah, that's really weird because we were talking to some AI engine creators. Well, I was talking to them about some work that we were having here for the video game we're working on at Galloping Ghost Productions.
Yeah.
And
turned out we couldn't use
there's some frames. Yeah. Long story short, we couldn't use it, but there's some frames of animation that are like needing to be expanded, but we can't go back and refilm because for the people at home who don't know, the video game is live actors in front of a green screen fighting game in the vein of the old Mortal Kombat. So we're missing frames or moves or something like that. It's difficult to piece things together. So we wanted to use maybe some AI generated frames, but the guys we were talking to were saying that because the characters are so specific, they would have to basically write a little bit of a custom coding for an engine and then take the character frame data and train the model on the character frame data so that we could get exactly what we want. And then for the limited amount of product we would want out of it, it wouldn't be worth all of the time that we would have spent to put into the engine.
Yeah.
So that's
Money,
why
dude.
with this,
That takes money too.
I was wondering, is he using custom modeled, custom trained model
Yeah.
engine? And he's not. He's just using Midjourney.
It doesn't seem like it because there's continuity. or
Well, this
some
is going to
panel
be like the Rorschach thing, where it's like, well, his mask changes every frame
Yeah, he's got that
because
Spawn armor.
yeah,
changes all the time.
Yeah.
That's what McFarlane said. You
Yeah.
know, where it's like, oh, why is sometimes he's
can't
got
draw
4 spikes
because-
on his boot?
Yeah.
Sometimes he's got a shoulder pad. He's like, oh yeah, his suit's alive and it just changes constantly.
Yeah.
This is
I'm so smart, guys.
Toddy Mac. Yeah, so this is people are gonna do this. Remember that? Who's that guy that knelt? Who's that kneeler?
Yeah, the famous kneeler.
Yeah, the famous
yeah,
football
Rory
kneeler.
Calhoun.
Someone knows who I'm
Oh
talking
no,
about.
Rory Calhoun's always standing and walking.
Who's the kneeler? He's got the afro. He's a football player. He was investing in some AI comic art company. Like he was starting a company and he was putting a bunch of money into making AI comics. And this was
Kaepernick?
Kaepernick.
Oh, was it him?
Yeah. He invested.
I thought it was Tebow, the other guy who was kneeling. The
No.
guy who was
That
kneeling
guy
for
was
a good
praying.
reason. Yeah, he's praying. Yeah.
Kaepernick. Yeah, so that was, oh man, this was probably like 6 months ago. He got like big publicity for trying to investing in AI art comics. I haven't heard anything since, but it's happening, people.
The fat guy who thinks he's a knight. Wasn't that Martin Lawrence?
He's fat. I'm sorry, I don't have the he's fat thing here.
Yeah,
But I got it. Here it is. He's fat. There you go. I didn't put it in my buttons today. Yeah, so that's the Chuck Dixon book that he's writing. It's written by what is it? One humans, right? That's what it said. But I was shown something today. Let me try if I find this. Another AI thing. No, that's it. Not it. AI animation, Brandon.
Yeah, AI animation.
That's Razor First.
Romy says AI generated frames introduces lag. Well, no, they would be like pre-rendered, so they would be curated frames, not rendered on the fly or generated on the fly.
Can't find my AI animation.
What's the gist of it?
It's a video that I wanted to show you.
Yeah.
Oh, here it is.
Is it Black Knight starring Martin Lawrence?
No. Here's the AI animation thing. So this is some guy named Henry Dubarez. And he made a short film called Kitsune. And it's this big, long-ass thing. And he's like, I've been working on this for months. It's AI animation. I'm a film student or something like that. Blah, blah, blah. You guys can read it, but check this out. This is seemingly... It's AI.
We should have had AI read that for us.
Yeah, it's long.
Kitsune.
But he goes
I feel
on
like everything in Japan's called kitsune.
Well, isn't Kitsune like, I think he explains it. It's like the two souls that are separated by the cosmos and then eventually find each other again. And that's what this fox is. He's one of the souls.
This is Fox and Hound.
Yeah, but he's like, his influences are like Don Bluth, stuff he grew up with, 80s animation, 2D animation.
Yeah, but didn't Don Bluth do Fox and Hound?
Yeah, probably. Daly says it looks AI.
Yeah, that looks AI. That camera sweeping like that.
Sent you a video showing real use of AI, Phil. You might not want to show it though.
Yeah, is this the George Droid commercial?
Whoa! Not with Georgina in the chat, Brandon. He worked for Disney back then. Oh, Bluth, yeah.
Yeah, I think in that documentary that I was watching about Nightmare Before Christmas, it was saying that Tim Burton was working on the Fox and the Hound, but he couldn't draw for shit.
Yeah.
So they took him off the project.
Hey, let me read this. This guy says,
I can't see
because
the
he
video.
states, oh, you want to see it? I wanted to read it while it was going on. He like tells you how many prompts he uses, like 1,700 prompts.
Look, Georgina Floyd is a huge fan of the George Droid project.
Do we got our pitchforks out yet? Yeah, what do you guys think? I don't think the audio is AI.
Why not?
Alan says, I'm not down with the AR, but AI animation is a different animal. Soon you'll be able to draw keyframes, and the AI will fill it out. For example, yeah, the interpolation. That would be crazy. I mean, there's already programs that do that weren't considered AI. Remember, what was the Moho?
Yeah, Moho.
Moho's a small animation program.
I mean, AI. What's the difference between AI and then algorithmically generated stuff, right? Is it just that the algorithm is learning?
Right. Well, yeah, that's the whole thing. Like the argument of like, oh, when you use content aware fill in Photoshop,
right?
Is that AI?
It's not though, because in new Photoshop you have AI image generation tool, and then you could do generative fill, and the generative fill creates new content for the image that you're trying to fill in, and it is objectively better.
That was my nickname in high school.
Objectively better?
No, generative.
Yeah.
That's right, Jake.
But, you know, I think it's just a more advanced algorithm. I don't know this AI. I think AI is just a buzzword. If it's not like really, really AI, I think it's just a buzzword. Well, like hot soup. Like it's just a buzzword.
What Howell was talking about, where the keyframe thing, I think, in my opinion, that's not pitchfork grabbing worthy, because it's not referencing other people's art.
Right, it's a tool.
Into your thing. It's looking at your art that you drew and then, you know, replicating the other side of it or whatever.
Yeah.
You know, and interpolating 2 points, connecting them together. So
look at that. Hot soup was a banger. I know. But, you know, marketing tool.
Let's get back to this. We got fish. We got little panos flying around in the forest. I like it. Oh, yeah.
It says for animation, I mean. Well, you could also still do the interpolation thing where, like, you draw a foot and then the AI just generates the rest of the character for you.
Oh, yeah. Well, that's cool because
that's very much like the Fifth Element when they only had the hand.
Yeah.
And then the AI generated the entire body.
3D printed her, basically.
Yeah, basically.
Yeah. Well, I felt we'd never be able to use it, though.
Is it too many teeth and not enough feet?
You can't draw feet, yeah.
All pockets.
You just draw one pocket. And then it
just mills it all out with the rest of the pockets.
Just like face back.
Yeah.
Face block? Fake block, sorry.
Fake block. Face back was from the other guys.
Now we're in Maya. Or Mayan. What was the country of Mayan people called?
Mayantania.
Maya? Isn't that a 3D asset?
Yeah. The Mayans are from like Central America.
Yeah, but what was their country called? Their civilization?
Maya? The Mayans.
The Mayans? No, the Mayans are a people.
Right. The Mayan civilization. Like the Aztecs.
There we go. Thank you, Violent Comment. Oh, Yucatan. Isn't that a peninsula?
Yeah, that's the area. It's like the central, from Yucatan and then a little bit south. You don't want to go too far south.
Isn't that the lumberjack from Rudolph?
Yukon.
Oh, Yukon Cornelius.
Yeah.
My bad.
Wake
oh my God, Ronan.
My
Do you enjoy
Utopia.
beautiful AI art for once in your life?
Look, there's the tree. I bet that's referencing the Tree of Life from Disney's Animal Kingdom.
I doubt it.
100%.
But look,
it looked exactly like it.
This is gay. No, it's AI. Okay,
Gay eye.
it's not furries.
Some people might say gay eye.
Gay eye. Well, let me read what this guy said. Look at that kiss and all that stuff.
Right.
Let's see. He says he's 40 years old. He's a 40-year-old child.
What?
So he's like that Robin Williams movie where he's like young but he looks old.
Benjamin Button.
Where's the numbers here? Oh, here we go.
1700.
So is VO magic? I guess that's the program used. No.
What? No.
1700 curated sequences on my hard drive out of the 5,000 to 7,000 total generations is the proof that it's not magic. Basically he's saying it took work. What impressed me most is the global consistency.
Yeah, that's crazy. But that's, based on the model. Because if you do it right, you could just have your next stuff reference what came before it. And that's effectively what keyframing when you're drawing.
Sure.
Is they flipping the page, right?
Yeah, so there you go. That's the future, guys. Henry Dubrazzi. Dabras. Henry Dabras.
Dabras.
Would you watch a movie done like that? He credited himself as the director and writer. Let's see. You need to be able to set up basic 3D workspace that is used as a base to generate the video like Unity. Otherwise, you're just fishing out junk from the void and hot gluing it together.
Yeah, manual. That's when it turns into a tool, right? Here, these guys with their prompts are like just wishing, right? But you're talking about using it as a tool. And I mean, that's cool. I'm not super down with AI and stuff, but sometimes I'll go to Grok and be like, hey, how do I solve this problem real quick? And it has a real nice curated answer instead of like reading through 5 pages of forums of people being like, yeah, I have the same problem. Did anybody solve this yet?
Or it's like, hey, Grok, I can't find a picture of Piss Tube of the Sonic character online.
Right. Could you find one for me? Right.
It usually finds one.
Yeah. I mean, like, you could also save a bunch of embarrassment, like that guy that had that really soft tube that he got stuck inside of a mini M&M's container that had butter and warm mashed up banana inside of it. And then the people in the forum were tearing him up because they were saying that he stuck his wiener inside of an M&M tube. Right. And he was like, no, that's not what happened. And if he had gone to an AI thing, he would have just been able to solve the problem right away.
Yeah. Yeah, it helps with problems like 2 + 2, stuff like that. So you guys decide, we're just trying to stimulate your minds and senses. Kind of like 5 gum.
Yeah.
Kind of like 5
it is, yeah. And it's what it feels like to chew 5 gum.
I saw this friend of the show, Adrienne Curry, and first winner of America's Got a Modeling Body or something like that. America's Top Model. She got to play as Aeon Flux.
Oh, yeah. Cool. That's cool. I saw a tweet of hers. Yeah, this looks like it's years ago. From the other day. And then she was like, anybody who pays for OnlyFans in a world of free pornography is retarded.
Yeah. She's pretty based and funny.
Yes, I thought that was funny.
She also posted a good GIF of Aeon Flux. And she's like, me dodging all the haters in 2025 or something like that. The cartoon. She goes on to say that the movie was blasphemous.
The movie was like gross to watch, and not in like a grotesque way.
Yeah,
it just wasn't pleasing in any way.
Yeah.
Like everything about it was
And
so
she didn't have, didn't she
not
not
right.
even have the Aeon Flux hair, which is this hair? It's like ridiculous.
Yeah, she had like emo hair.
Oh yeah, that's right. No, this hair is hilarious.
Yeah.
Shout outs to what's his name, Peter Cho, who worked on it, and Eric Canetti worked on it too. Pretty dope.
John Snowden likes that movie for some reason. Ultraviolet is a better movie than Aeon Flux.
Yeah, I'd agree. We do have some mask news. This guy, I don't know if I was following him, but you sent it to me, and I also found it on my own. His name's Art Vader. Do I follow him now?
Arth Vader.
I do follow him now. If I were to make a mask video game, these would be the 4 forms, and he did some awesome. The cool thing about the mask, we were talking about characters like this last night on the Creative Block.
Yeah.
Character design, but characters that could have infinite amount of looks because they're so iconic. Jake was talking about how Bender, you could give him so many looks. You could put him in his gender Bender outfit, or you can make him be made out of wood or be human.
Super King,
stuff like that. Right. Gold-plated Bender.
Sure.
Egyptian outfit. The mask is one of those characters. He has so many different cool looks throughout the series. Dope. You of
big
course
eye,
got the
one big
suit.
eye. Yeah. Here's what I'm thinking for the video game. Your
emo crow mask
and your business partner are trying to run a mechanic shop, right?
Yeah.
And randomly you're trying to fix cars as fast as you can, but also keep the business profitable, and you're also ice picking people's cars so they bring them back, cause some problems with people's cars and stuff. But the mask comes in and just tears shit up for you, causing problems, right? And then you got to fix as many cars as you can to build up a little nest egg, because like your insurance is not going to cover mask related problems.
That's right.
Right. And so like he comes in, so he's the bad guy in the video game. And that's why you would see so many different designs, character designs and variants, right?
Yeah.
Because you never know which one is going to come in and mess up your place.
That brings up an interesting point. The mask is a villain.
Sure.
Ultimately, and like,
but he's the protagonist of
and
the
he's
story.
the protagonist. In a lot of the stories, especially the first one. But yeah, he turned into a villain always. Like even in, I'd say like the second arc of the original series, when the police officer, what's his name? Same name as the guy in the movie.
Yeah.
Callahan?
Calloway.
When Lieutenant Calloway gets the mask, he at first takes down the mob, but it eventually.
Violent Comics says Mask is a ripoff of Loki, but the mask is Loki's mask.
The mask is a ripoff
right?
of Loki.
Isn't that? Well, that was how it was in the movie.
No, that's true.
That's how it is in
the mask is one of
book,
Loki's masks.
Right.
In canonically in the series, the comic series.
Yeah. Which I think
so
it's a much cooler use of mythology than how they simply used Thor and Loki in the Marvel thing, where they like just take Thor,
right,
and just kind of like shoehorn this mythological character. And then sometimes Thor's not even really Thor. He's just some guy, right?
Yeah.
This is a much more creative use of the mythology.
Yeah, and anybody could put the mask on and they get these crazy reality manipulating powers. It's an awesome series. If you guys haven't read it, definitely check it out. It's on Global Comics. You could read like.
I thought he was just being a troll. I guess he didn't know.
Yeah,
so, yeah. If you didn't
know, check it out. It's awesome. Watch the film if you haven't seen the film in a while. But you could read almost all of the Mask series on Global Comics, and a lot of it for free too. Like even if you don't even have an account and you're not paying for it, I don't know if it's still like that, but there was like issues and issues of that stuff I was able to flip through. Walter, yes. Walter is crazy. They should put him in a movie. It's like this unstoppable meathead mob guy.
Did he have the mask on?
He probably gets the mask, but I don't remember it. He was like almost, he was unkillable, and he was trying to, Calloway, when he had the mask, was trying to take down the mob, and he was the guy that you couldn't take
There was
down.
never, did they ever do, there was a second mask where the mask had to go up against another evil mask or an even badder
Not
mask?
that I've read, but I
Yeah.
mean, that would be an evolution you could do.
No, you don't want to do that because that's so cliche.
Or it would be interesting to see if they put Loki in the series, like Loki comes to collect the mask or something.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't think they've done that either. But I mean, they're not putting out new mask stories.
Did you bring up that Aeon Flux thing because you wanted to kind of show people where you were trying to go with your hair?
Yeah, I was thinking of curling it back and then seeing if I could get it to insert into my own ear like this.
Is that what's going on over there? Failed Aeon Flux hairstyle attempt.
We got some more news. Razor Fist killing it. The Ghost of the Badlands is #1 bestseller Western graphic novel on Amazon right now.
So what? We were number 10 in the crime genre.
If we're
on
going to
Global
take
Comics.
that, he could take this.
There's not going to be a sequel to this.
No.
So it's over.
He came out and said there's going to be a sequel. He's working
AI
on it.
art.
New artist.
Oh, new artist.
I don't think it's
all
AI
right,
art.
all right.
New artist. So that's good. Ghost of the Badlands 2 will be happening. He says it's going to be even more noir-y than before. He did put, I don't know if he posted it, but he showed off the new art, just like a pinup on, I think, Friday Night Tights last week. But I couldn't find a really good image of it.
Yeah, he came out.
He couldn't find a good image of it. And I'm sure we'll see more. So he hasn't announced who the artist is yet, but I'm excited because I really dug the story and
digged.
Dug. And I'm excited for that. So yeah. Oh, and also before we get out of here, we've got like 10 minutes left.
7 minutes.
It is, of course, it's Friday.
Wait a minute.
As you guys know, in Illinois and in
Today is Friday in California. Huh?
California, but also shout outs to this guy for death of the week. You know who this is, Brandon?
Who's this guy?
And if you can't believe it, it's a Friday once again.
Friday once again, people. It's a Friday.
Is that David Lynch?
Once again, that is David Lynch. That is David Lynch.
I saw a David Lynch
story.
Yeah, there was this video I saw of him being interviewed, and he came out of a cave or something, like a dirt mound, and he was playing the guitar or something, but he didn't have a shirt on. And he's not built super great, you know, because he was a little bit older.
JR like, my God, it's David Lynch.
And then, so he was talking to the guy who was interviewing him, and then he was like, hold on a second. And then he goes back inside the cave and then comes out, and then this naked chick comes out with like drinks or something, and then gives him and the guy interviewing him drinks, and then she goes back inside.
You had another story about David Lynch.
Yeah, but that story is much more interesting.
Never seen any David Lynch anything.
Yeah, I don't know. Well, I feel David Lynch did some stuff. You could look up and see if we've seen any of his.
I'll name everything you did.
His stuff.
Elephant Man. You ever see that?
No.
I've never seen the Elephant Man. Twin Peaks.
Yeah, that was the thing that I heard he did because he liked coffee and cherry pie.
What's the other thing?
Yeah, look it up. Eraserhead.
Did he do Dune?
Oh yeah, he did Dune.
Eraserhead. I've seen clips of
So
Eraserhead. I don't think I can.
This is allegations, and I got to take it at face value because they've been touting this for years. This is before we were part of this, the company, as people would say.
The company, yeah.
And so we were told always that years ago, back when they were filming the game they were working on here at Galloping Ghost Productions, Dark Presence, for the people at home who don't know, game is called Dark Presence. It's a fighting game with like 8 characters or whatever. There's a lot of story to it, even though it's a fighting game. And so the owner of the production company, Doc, was apparently approached by David Lynch's company to obtain the rights to make a movie about Dark Presence. And I've heard this story multiple times.
No evidence of it.
I've never seen any evidence of it whatsoever. But when Phil, I was out in the front and Doc was in his office. So I was out in the front. Phil's like, "Hey, David Lynch died." I'm like, "David Lynch?" And he's like, "Yeah, he made Eraserhead, and he's got like some naked girl or whatever." I'm like, "He sounds familiar." And he's like, "Yeah, you've never seen any of his movies." And then I'm like, "Isn't he the guy that tried to buy the rights for Dark Presence, the movie?" And then I'm like, "Go ask Doc, but don't tell him it's David Lynch. Like, ask him who approached him for that." And then so he went in there, and Doc couldn't remember. And then
he's like, it's.
And then he was going to make M. Night Shyamalan joke, right?
It's like, I can only think of making an M. Night Shyamalan joke, and now I can't think of any other director. And he's like, he did Twin Peaks. And then
said that?
Yeah, he's like,
oh, okay.
He's
Yeah.
the guy who did Twin Peaks. And then I didn't say David Lynch.
No.
And I made him look it up.
Right.
And then I'm like, yeah, he's like, David Lynch. I'm like, oh, yeah, he just died.
Yeah.
He's like, you knew it was David Lynch? I'm like, I mean, I didn't know that he tried to get the rights or whatever.
Yeah.
And he wasn't happy that I made him look it up. But.
Yeah. So yeah, that's the David Lynch story. The second David Lynch story.
Yeah, I heard
I like the one with
Drive
the
is
naked chick.
good.
I remember
one of his favorite movies.
There was a magazine. I don't remember which magazine it was, but it had this article in it that was the Golden Globes, and then it was an article about like the top 10 nude scenes in movies, and then Mulholland Drive was on there on that list.
All right, we'll have to watch it then. You know,
yeah,
maybe we'll have to watch it. So there's our David Lynch death of the week. I'm gonna have to watch Mulholland Drive, I think.
Yeah, I guess so.
Yeah, but we do.
What did he try to produce a comic? No, I guess he wanted to make the movie
based
about
on the
video game
that our company is making. Supposed, take it with a grain of salt or whatever. But you know what this means?
I'm about to make a name for myself here.
We got some Gambit news for the week. Is Snarticon here?
Snarticon.
Or is he sleeping again?
Yeah, he's probably
sleeping
again.
during our streams now.
He's not reinvigorated like you are.
That's right.
Yes, our video game.
Yes. Yeah. And I do have some other video game news. But check this out. Snarticon says, since Phil is going to find something to talk about Gambit-wise, no matter what, we can escape Gambit news with that. We can't escape it. With that, I got something for you today. He got all the variants for the Galactus Gambit Herald of Galactus What If comic. And I proceeded to tell him to read it, review it, and then send me a copy of one of the better covers, which I would say, this one's pretty good. This one's cool. Kirby Crackle. Not so much this one. This Gambit's not even on the cover.
They should do What If Galactus transmorbed Morbius?
What if? So
and then
Galactus,
Morbius was the Herald of Galactus.
or Galactus is a Morbius type vampire now.
Galactus is a vampire.
And Galactus is morbing out.
He craves plasma.
Yeah, he wants the plasma. So I guess that came out last week. Snarticon, leave a review in the comments of this stream.
He's probably all cuddled up. Ever since he got this chowder pop, he hasn't been in the chat anymore. He's all cuddled up with his.
Here's another cool cover. Now this is.
Yeah,
I was saying this is what Gambit's Ultimate and Marvel Rival should be.
Yeah.
Whatever this is.
I don't like this cover.
You're just wrong.
Is this a real cover?
I don't know. I doubt it, but maybe. I doubt it, but maybe. That'd be cool.
Yeah,
I mean, it could be a reprint of 268.
Which I thought it was $1. I say it could be better. I don't like the composition of this cover. I like the idea of it. I just don't like this cover, the way that it's laid out and stuff.
Boo this man. You got booed. There you go. What time is it now? We're a little bit over, but I wanted to show this off because this is freaking cool. We were talking about that pixel art last week.
No, the ass is not too large.
It's not large enough.
I think it's maybe her torso's positioned really weird. Or
it's
something.
a hard anatomical position. to
No,
pull
it's
off, I think.
not. It's not. I
For
draw
me,
it
it would
all
be
the
hard.
time. Yeah,
It'd be hard.
you. That's
You
fine.
never drew a chick being carried by a guy. All right, you don't
Oh.
draw that all the time.
Yeah,
Don't lie to me.
I do it every day.
We were talking about the some pixel art for Magic Cop. He's getting into it. Did I? I don't think I showed this off on stream, but you sent this to me. We didn't show it
Go
off
check
Monday,
out
did we?
all of the art on my Twitter, and you tell me how I feel about hot chicks.
He hates them.
Yeah,
He hates the tang. I don't know what that means. But check this out. You sent this to me, and this is super cool.
yeah, this is awesome.
Freaking awesome pixel artist.
It makes me angry that I don't own a Testarossa.
That's why it makes you angry.
Yeah.
Super cool. So I hit this artist up, and we might be getting some commissions done from this guy. You could follow him on Twitter or Instagram. His name is My Car. Does that make you jealous as well? Because he's
Yeah, he probably has his car. He has a Testarossa, and I don't.
Super cool. I love the retro video game pixel art stuff. So
They
this
had a
is awesome.
Testarossa in the window of the Ferrari dealer that I pass while driving home, and it's not there anymore. And they replaced it with this like 488 GTO or something.
You think someone bought it?
Not
it makes you sad?
488, whatever. Well,
You can't
it's some
even fit in the
short
car.
guy driving it around, probably.
Yeah, because no one can fit in the car if you're over 5'10". Oh, God. But shout outs to My Car, the artist. It's dope. And shouts to Magic.
Yeah, that art is really cool.
Very, very cool. All right, guys, that's the show. Thank you guys for being here. We're going to send you to Michael Bancroft's. Go grab your trading card set. Maybe you'll get that cool holographic holo something card. But we'll send you over there. Next week, we're going to be showing off the Psycho Slumber variant cover. The week after that, we're going to be launching that cover and Kickstarter. So if you guys already backed it, you'll have the opportunity to grab the new cover if you so choose at a cheaper shipping. So it's worth it for you guys. And we may have an incredible special guest artist on the stream next week. It's going to be fun. It's going to be good stuff. What were you going to say, Brandon?
How much Shell Bean is on this variant cover?
You have to wait to find out.
Oh,
Wait to find out.
Make sure you come back next week.
Yeah.
Excited.
Next week. Later, chat. You guys have a great, safe, awesome weekend. Look in your mailboxes tomorrow and next week. And then if you guys don't get a postcard from us, I'm sorry that we forgot about you. But, we'll check you later.
Check it.
Bye, everybody.
See ya.
And
get some.
Everybody should hit the lab this weekend. You know what I'm saying?
Niggas Dexter and niggas Sister Didi. Oh boy, wonder what they're gonna get into today. Uh-oh, back to the lab again. Oh no, back to the lab again. We messed up. Back to the lab again. Not again. Back to the lab again. Uh-oh, back to the lab again. Oh no, back to the lab again. We messed up. Back to the lab again. Not again. Back to the lab again. Uh-oh, Dexter's in the lab again. Making up anything he's imagining. There goes Didi, his sister. He always argues with her. She thinks she knows it all because she's older and she's bigger. Whatever Dexter wants, he just goes and creates. Robots, it doesn't matter the size or the shape. He's always doing crazy tests and making a mess. And if they don't come out correct, well, you know what happens next. Uh-oh, back to the lab again. Oh no, back to the lab again. We messed up. Back to the lab again. Not again. Back to the lab again. Uh-oh, back to the lab again. Oh no, back to the lab again. We messed up. Back to the lab